The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas.
That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors.
The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
We're Valley Agronomics, and if you want to maximize your yields and grow more, the country's best agronomists are here to answer your questions, help you find the right products, and take advantage of the newest technologies. Whether you farm 1,000 acres or you're just starting out, we will be here for everything you need to help your farm grow. We're proud to employ your neighbors and be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley Agronomics, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome into this IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Magic Valley Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group. Our major sponsors that make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible also includes your local Toyota dealer, Toyota, Let's Go Places, Valley-wide co-op and country stores, and Project Filter, Idaho Fights Tobacco. We've got the 1A D1 Game of the Year tonight. This is the 8-man game of the week, certainly, as these two conference rivals finally meet. It's the Raft River Trojans taking on the Oakley Hornets. Hi, everybody. Inside the broadcast booth, Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane. We finally arrived. Oakley 7-0, Raft River 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game I think everyone had circled on their schedule coming into the season, as it's the rematch of the state championship game here tonight. So, you know, everyone's been excited for both Oakley and Raft River to have this game. And, you know, the game has a bunch of implications for playoffs and conference titles, and it has everything.
That's right. The winner of tonight's contest wins District 4's regular season title. They'll get a first-round bye, the #1 overall seed throughout the postseason as well. For the loser of tonight's contest, they're still doing all right. They will have the #1 seed among the at-large qualifiers, and they will play the champion of District 1 up north. That could be Lakeside. It could be Wallace. We'll talk about that a little more as the broadcast goes along tonight. Well, in the 8-man game, Sean, to be pretty good, you've got to have some playmakers, and both sides do. Let's start with Oakley. Dace Jones is such a tremendous talent. He can really line up all over and beat you a number of ways.
Yeah, you just dynamic player. He can get all over. He plays really good defense as well, and you're just gonna see him all over the field tonight for sure for Oakley.
And for Raft River, they love to run the ball with Thane Lothmiller, and that running game for the Trojans will try to be on point tonight. So here we go. Raft River won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they will kick off to start off tonight's proceedings. It'll be Ethan Southern to kick off. And one Oakley Hornet back deep to return. Raft River in those home blues. This is a line drive kick going to be picked up at the 20-yard line on the return. Out to the 34-yard line is Dace Jones, and that's where Oakley will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, kind of a little squid kick there to start it off. I kind of like it. When you see only one guy back to receive, sometimes that's a smart strategy.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Oakley Hornets. Wearing those white jerseys, 7-0, the defending 1A D1 state champions. And they'll start out of a shotgun formation here. We'll take the snap and they'll toss it off the left side, and only a couple of yards gained on that toss play. On the carry for Oakley was Ethan Torabau, and coming up to make the stop for Raft River, Tegan Whitaker.
Nice job by Tegan Whitaker getting up in there on the edge and stopping that run.
So Torabau picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. I formation, handoff again to Torabau, bouncing it outside, and again, he's knocked out shy of the first down marker. This time for Raft River, it's Thane Loftmiller. It'll be 3rd down and a short 2 now for Oakley. Third and 2, man in motion, low snap, handoff, he didn't get there. They tried to go for a 3rd time to Torabau, and a nice job by Raft River in there defensively. That's Mason Whitaker on the stop.
Mason Whitaker getting involved early, and that snap kind of hit the ground there. A little errant snap gave time for Raft River to get in there and get the tackle.
Oakley will line up to punt, so on their opening possession, the Hornets go 3 and out as Torabau lost a yard on that last carry. Here is the punt. It is a good one. Whitaker having to retreat. Tegan Whitaker on the return, breaks a tackle. Tegan Whitaker will take this 60 yards for a punt return touchdown. Raft River strikes first.
Wow. As I don't know if it's fireworks or an actual cannon that's going off here, Brandon, but that's a big boom.
That was a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tegan Whitaker, and he made one man miss, and there was nobody else home.
No, it looked like Oakley had good coverage there initially, and he just broke that thing free.
What a way to start for Raft River, a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown, and now the Trojans will line up and go for 2. Bobbled snap, and that one snuffed out. It was a bobbled snap back there to Loftmiller, and so the score remains 6-0 in favor of the Raft River Trojans with 10:10 to play here in the opening quarter of action. What a way to start. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pickett Ranch and Sheep Company. They've been family owned and operated since 1882. That's over 130 years. Don, David, and Doug Pickett and families are proud to carry on the family tradition of being one of the best cattle and sheep ranchers in the Oakley area. They've been farming the land for over a century and plan to keep it that way for a long time to come. Pickett Ranch and Sheep Company proudly supports Oakley Athletics and wishes the boys team good luck tonight. What a way to start for Raft River. Home game tonight for the Trojans, senior night as well. And a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tegan Whitaker.
Yeah, not much separating these two teams, so great. Get that first score off the start.
And in a game where both teams are so evenly matched offensively and defensively, a play like that could really swing it. And now it's a squib kick taken right away on the front line as Raft River tried to catch Oakley napping there, but Houston Bingham was right there for the return, and now Oakley will start with the ball right at midfield.
Yeah, Raft really going for it right there with the onside kick.
And I'm wondering if that was a squib kick that just ended up being kind of intercepted by.
He jumped out in front of it a little
Yes.
sooner than.
Picked it off. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Hornets. They will hand off again to Torabau. He's brought down in the backfield. That's Cole Spencer coming up to make the stop for the Trojans. A loss of 2. This is a fast, free-flowing Raft River defense.
Yeah, a lot of speed off the edges.
2nd and 12. Back to pass is Peyton Beck for the first time tonight, and he's sacked back at the 35-yard line. That's Mason Whitaker coming up with the stop. Also in there was Davin Jones. Jones, one of the better two-way linemen, not just in the 8-man game, but in the entire state of Idaho. And another significant loss of yardage, that time for Beck as he dropped back to pass for the first time tonight. He loses 2 more. It's 3rd down and 14 now for Oakley. Ball is at their own 45-yard line. Beck back to pass on 3rd and long, rolling out right side on the run, fires. That ball is caught for the first down, taking it to the 35-yard line. And Dace Jones able to pick up 20 yards on that reception.
Nice catch by Jones. It's a little low thrown. He was just able to kind of grab it up there.
He got just past the defender and is able to pick up the first down. Handoff again to Torabau off the left side. And again, tough sledding out there. Raft River's Corbin Hansen comes up with the stop that time as Torabau is only able to pick up a yard.
Now, this is my first 8-man football game, but Raft River is making it look like they have a full team out there on defense.
They are flying around, no doubt about it. Each of these units very good defensively. Oakley only allowing 6 points per game. Raft River about 12 as Torabau meets Davin Jones head on at the line of scrimmage. It was almost like he was trying to cross the end zone and jump
over him.
And Davin Jones says, I don't think so. That's only a yard for Torabau.
Yeah, on the year, Oakley averages 57 points and only gives up 7, and Raft River scores 51 and only gives up 12. So some strong defensive units.
And that was the big unknown coming in. Was this going to be a defensive game tonight or where the offense is going to fly? It's a blitz. They get the screen off in time, though. Oakley does. That pass is caught by Daniel Gonzalez, but Gonzalez is well short of the first down marker. That's only a gain of 4, and it's 4th and 5. Murillo came on the blitz that time and just almost got home, huh?
Yeah, he was right there. The quarterback held on it to just the last minute to let that screen develop, but not much room.
7:25 to play, opening quarter, 6-0 Raft River, a big 4th and 5 coming up here for the Oakley Hornets, and now they will take their first timeout of this opening half. So we'll let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Hansen's Hub in Malta. They have everything you need. Their market is stocked daily with items you need to get you through your day, like snacks, drinks, groceries, and more. Get homemade sandwiches at their deli or even fresh pizza. Hansen's Hub is proud to be part of the local community they serve and wish the Trojans good luck in tonight's game. Tonight's game also brought to you by Brennan Jones Construction. Let Brennan Jones Construction in Oakley help you with your roofing, home repair, or new home construction needs. Brennan Jones Construction is proud to support this webcast and wishes the team good luck tonight. Brennan Jones, of course, the head coach for Oakley, and his nephew, Dace Jones. We talked about him in the pregame.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about football at this level, Sean, is you get 3 or 4 guys that all have the same last name. Well, these 2 are brothers, and they're cousins to these 2. And
yep, and they all work at the same place, and,
Here we go, out of the timeout, 4th and 5. I formation, Beck lines up under center. We'll toss it to Torabau, trying to get the edge, and he is close. Should be enough for the first down, we'll see. And now they're going to say, no, they didn't get it. I thought upon first glance it was good, but they're going to say short.
Yeah, it was just there. He ran right into the Raft Rivers bench people, and it was very hard to see.
I thought he had enough, but turnover on downs, and now we'll get to see Raft River for the first time on offense tonight.
Yes.
Remember, the 6 points they got came on a 60-yard punt return by Tegan Whitaker. So here comes Raft River lining up under center, and 2 receivers and a tight end to the bottom of your screen. Tight end on the left side as well. It's going to be a quarterback keeper that goes nowhere as Daniel Gonzalez is right there to make the stop. That was Tegan Whitaker on the quarterback keeper for only 2 yards.
And talk about a stout defensive team. Oakley hasn't given up a touchdown for almost a month until that punt return. So this defensive unit out here for Oakley hasn't even allowed a score until that punt return.
They're fired up. And speaking of fired up, that's a big run to the 40. Nice job by Cole Spencer on the carry, picking up the first down with a gain of 10. Yeah, Oakley had 3 shutouts in a row, all in conference play. Glens Ferry, Murtaugh, and Lighthouse Christian. And we've kind of known coming in that these were the 2 giants in the conference.
And Raft River posted a shutout in their last game as well.
Back to pass. That pass is thrown in the flat. That is caught, and then the ball came out at the end, but they're going to say he was down at the 50. That's a gain of 9. On the reception is Big Seth Tracy, and he's been a monster this year as well for this Raft River offense. So that was Braden Spencer, or excuse me, Whitaker completing that pass, that time to Seth Tracy for a gain of 9. It's going to be second down and a short 1. Under center, handoff to the right side, and swallowed up in the backfield this time for a loss of yardage. Peyton Beck coming up to make the stop as Lockmiller is tackled for no gain. And now it's going to be third down and about 1.5, Sean.
Yeah, just itching, it just inches from that 50-yard line marker.
Third and a long 1. Whitaker out of the gun. Will hand off on the inside. That's Lockmiller picking up the first down. Takes it to the 45 for a gain of 5, and that'll move the sticks.
Lockmiller gets a handoff and gets enough yards for another Trojan. Lockmiller was tripped up by Gonzalez.
We're down to 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Magic Valley game night on IdahoSports.com. A 6-0 Raft River advantage. Again, out of the gun, handoff to Lockmiller. Breaks a couple of tackles, keeps it going, and keeps the legs churning to the 41.
Yeah, nice job just to kind of keep stood up and not go down and been able to break free there.
Tate Whitaker back there at quarterback for Raft River, and we talked about there's like 5 Whitakers on this Raft River team, Sean. They're all related in some form or fashion. So 4 yards for Lockmiller makes it second down and 6, 4:20 to play in the opening quarter. And again, Raft River, it's pretty basic what they do, but they're so good at it. That time on the carry for the Trojans was Alex Murillo. And Murillo is able to take it to the 37, where it'll be third down and 2.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been Raft River's MO all year, is they just have a lot of variety, and they can have a lot of different guys get it done.
Ground and pound, baby. Third down and 2 for the Trojans. 3:50 to play in our opening quarter, leading 6-0. They will give on an inside jet play to Seth Tracy, and that goes nowhere. Oakley there to snuff it out. Dace Jones, the first guy in there for the Hornets. That's a loss of 2 on the carry for Tracy. And now we talked about Oakley facing a 4th and 5. Same exact situation for Raft River. 4th and 5, ball right at the 40.
Yeah, a big defensive stand early here for Oakley. I think they really need to get the stop here. Get a little momentum change going.
4th and 5 for the Trojans. Whitaker under center. It's an inside counter play. Cole Spencer gets the first down. Takes it to the 33 for a gain of 8. That'll move the sticks. That was a good patient run that time, Sean, as he waited for the play to develop and then hit the hole.
Yeah, just let it develop, and they're up here fast again.
Little up-tempo, Cole Spencer feeling it, gets the carry again, takes it across the 30 before he's met by Dace Jones defensively, and that's a gain of 5. Make it 2nd and 5 with the ball at the 27. We're down to 2:35 to play in the opening quarter, 6-0, Raft River on top. I formation again, everybody in tight. Spencer trying to bounce outside, couldn't quite get there. That was a nice job by Oakley that time, coming through to bust up the play and trip him up initially was Bry Severe. He's a very talented sophomore for this Oakley team. That's a name we're going to be hearing a lot over the next couple of years. Only a yard that time for Spencer on the carry.
Yeah, he's quick. You could tell he could get off the block very quick.
So 3rd down and 4, we'll call it. Whitaker back to pass, has time, stands and delivers. That's caught on a curl by Tracy. Inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. That's enough to move the sticks. That is a gain of 13 to Seth Tracy. And it's 1st and 10 for Raft River again. Ball is at the, looks like it's first and 10 with the ball around the 13. Cole Spencer on the carry. Takes it down to the 10. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now.
And Raft River's just really disciplined on the offensive side. Everyone just kind of doing what they need to do in their positions and making the holes be there. It's pretty impressive to watch right now.
Matriculating the ball down the field. 2nd down and 8. Inside handoff to Murillo, and he has popped after a gain of only a couple. That was Daniel Gonzalez coming up for Oakley to make the stop.
Daniel Gonzalez is all over the place on defense.
And that's the thing at this level, Sean, that a lot of these guys that are scoring touchdowns on offense are also making a lot of plays on defense.
Yeah, get a drink. You're coming right back in.
Yeah, some of them never get a break.
I'm tired.
It is 3rd down and 6 for Raft River. Whitaker out of the shotgun, back to pass, quick fire. It is caught by Tracy, but immediately brought down on the play by Bridger Duncan. And that will be short of the 1st down marker. That only gained 3.
Yeah, only 20 seconds left here.
In our opening quarter, so Raft River may just elect to take it to the 2nd quarter where we would then flip the field. And it would be an interesting 4th down and 2 for the Trojans. It looks like Raft River will try and run one more play. And now we get to the end of the 1st quarter. So, 1 quarter in the books, a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tegan Whitaker. The difference, as it's 6-0 Raft River after 1 quarter of play here on Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane coming to you live tonight from Raft River High in Malta. Great atmosphere here.
Oh, man, they got the barbecue going. You know, they got the cars parked right up to the field. Some people have like a little fire going on. You know, they might have hot dogs. I don't know, but there's a lot of people here. It is great.
And these two rivals, of course, they're not that far apart. The mutual respect from both coaches, both programs, it's apparent out there on the field. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Clark's for Shopping. For over 90 years, Clark's for Shopping has been the place to go in Oakley for all your grocery, produce, dairy, and now hot stuff pizza. From the entire friendly staff at Clark's for Shopping, good luck Hornets. Tonight's game also brought to you by Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids in Rupert. They provide affordable, appropriate, personalized, and truly local hearing health care. The Pickup family is grateful to be able to serve the Mini-Cassia area and want to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. Call to make an appointment today at Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids in Rupert, 208-312-0957, or visit them online at mtharrisonaudiology.com. So here we go, 2nd quarter. About ready to begin. It is a 4th down and 2 for Raft River now as we flip the field. And we've got a false start. instead of 4th and 2. Now we're looking at 4th and 7.
Yeah, right down there in the red zone. That's could be kind of costly because if anything, you get another first down and 4 more shots at the end zone.
A little closer to 4th and 8, actually, for the Trojans. Whitaker all alone out of the gun. Back to pass. On the run. Fires. That's caught on the run into the end zone. The Whitakers hooking up for the touchdown. That's Tate Whitaker to Tegan Whitaker for 6. They are cousins.
No surprise, right?
I had to double check that. I always want to make sure
We don't want to put people in the wrong family.
That's right. So it is 13-0 as they line up for the 2-point try, and they're able to get it in. So Raft River runs it in to make it 14-0 with 11:52 to play here in our opening quarter of action. Good drive there for Raft River. Sean, as on 4th down, Tegan Whitaker is able to fire a 16-yard touchdown to.
Yeah, you know, we get the
Tegan
first penalty of the game. You think it might be a little costly, but, you know, Raft River drew up a good play. Nice little roll out pass to Whitaker, and they've got a lead here. And, you know, kind of just talking about this game early in the week, you kind of think the team who can get a lead going early is probably in better shape.
I'm Brandon Bainey. He's Sean Kane, and sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. The action was so exciting and high-flying that it overloaded our system, Sean.
Overpowered it.
So you might be wondering, when we went offline, Oakley had the ball, and now all of a sudden Raft River has it. Well, that's because Thane Lockmiller intercepted a pass for the Trojans.
Yeah, first play from Oakley, they went for a pass, and Lockmeyer just took it right out of the air.
Yeah, so Lockmiller on the interception following the 16-yard touchdown run from Tate Whitaker to Tegan Whitaker. This is Tate Whitaker rolling out again and throwing low and incomplete. Intended receiver that time was Tegan Whitaker. So the Whitaker cousins trying to hook up again, and now it's 3rd down and 15 for Raft River with 11:09 to play here before halftime.
Yeah, so what we missed, Raft River kicked off. They did kind of a pooch kick really high in the middle of the field, and Oakley had pretty good field position, but first pass just wasn't on target.
So 3rd and 15 now for the Trojans. Man in motion. They fake the toss. Heavy pressure. They get the screen pass complete, though. Making one man miss. Trying to take it into the end zone. He will for a Raft River touchdown. That is a 35-yard connection to Lockmiller. Oakley sent the house. Raft River had a well-timed screen. And look at this. The Trojans up by 3 scores with 10:57 to go before halftime.
Man, I thought Oakley had him in the backfield, and I mean, as he's getting tackled, he releases that ball and gets it to him, and by that time, Oakley had sent pretty much the whole defense. So good play calling, and the QB to be able just to hold on to it just long enough.
And now the 2-point try. Cole Spencer, halfback pass. It's complete to Lockmiller. Actually, double check that. That is complete to Treg Whitaker. He is the younger brother of Tate Whitaker. How about that?
Whitaker to Whitaker.
Twin brother? Twin brother.
Twin brother.
Twin brother of Tate Whitaker. Either way,
I mean, if you're a coach, wow.
That's got to be confusing. 22-0, Raft River. 10:57 to go before halftime, Sean. I don't think anybody saw this coming.
You know, I don't think so. I think that was the discussion. You know, is it going to be a defensive battle, you know, the first low-scoring game for either team, or was it going to be a shootout? But I didn't really see it being so one-sided to start off with.
10:57 to go here before halftime. 22-0 on the Whitaker 35-yard touchdown connection to Lockmiller. Now Raft River will line up and kick off again. Their kicker, Ethan Southern, has been a busy guy.
He's showed off a lot of variety so far.
One of the seniors on this team. Deep kick this time will be taken on a hop on the return for Oakley. This is Camden Holiday, and Holiday smothered. Actually, that is Bryce Sevier on the return, and Sevier smothered.
And Corbin Hansen was in on that tackle from Raft River. Just huge hit.
Raft River flies around. They play with a lot of energy and aggressiveness.
Yeah, they're, like I said, you wouldn't know they have less people on the field.
Now for Oakley, this isn't a must-score possession, but I mean this is kind of an important one, Sean.
They've got to get something going here. You don't want to get derailed. You know, there's still a lot of football to play, and you know they average 51 points, so you feel like you're never really out of it.
Toss play started left, now working to the right. This is Bryce Sevier. Sevier takes it across the 40, up to the 42-yard line, where it'll be a fresh set of downs for Oakley. So Bryce Sevier was supposed to go left, cut back right.
Yeah, just kind of a heads-up play on his part, because I think it was going to get blown up, and by switching the direction of the field, he got about 13 yards.
So 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Out of the shotgun, Beck spins the ball, back to pass, on the run, fires, it's almost intercepted, and then almost caught. Wow, it went through the hands of Murillo for Raft River, and then through the hands of Daniel Gonzalez, incomplete.
Yeah, it just bounced off the defender's hands enough to that Oakley couldn't hold on to it.
Hung in the air, so.
Check.
Okay. We are back. Brandon Bainey, Sean Kane. As you can see, it is 4th down and 2 for the Oakley Hornets. Going to go for it. Play action fake. Beck wants the home run. Overshot his guy, Dace Jones. That's a turnover on downs, and Raft River will get it right back.
Man, they had Jones open, just overthrew him a little bit, and that would have been a huge play. There was no one back there to stop him. He was going all the way if he gets that completion.
They wanted the home run ball, and it was there for a second, Sean, but ultimately no dice.
Yeah.
So Raft River will take over on downs as the Trojans continue to just excel in every phase of the game. Handoff inside. This time Murillo bangs into a couple of guys, gets 2. And on the stop for Oakley, first guy in there for the Hornets was Hayden Hunter. 5'10", 180, and a senior. So Murillo a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Trojans. 7:40 to go before halftime. Raft River up 22-0. And up to Murillo again, met in the backfield. In on the stop this time for Oakley, Houston Bingham. And again, only a yard, so 3rd and 7. So now you've seen Oakley kind of selling out against the run. That's why Raft River was able to score on that 35-yard screen pass for a touchdown, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've been just putting everyone up front and hoping they can get there and see what they can come up with here.
So 3rd and 8 for the Trojans. Tate Whitaker out of the gun, 4 wide. Back to pass, has time. Oakley only sends 2. Now in trouble. The play breaks down. Whitaker going to try and take off and run for what he can. Only gets 2. It'll be 4th down and 5 for Raft River. So Oakley did a pretty good job there, only rushing 3 guys.
Yeah, a lot of pressure for just 3. They've been bringing pretty much everyone, and they didn't want another screen kind of play to happen, but the rush was pretty strong for only 3 guys.
And of course, Raft River has 3 guys to block it, but as an offensive coach, you think, okay, they send 3, we're good, we're covered. But the play broke down that time, 4th and 5. They're going to go for it. Whitaker rolling out on the right side. Now will fire over the middle. That is deflected and almost intercepted. Either way, it's a turnover on downs. It was nearly picked off by Bridger Duncan. Went through his hands, and then Daniel Gonzalez was right there again. A second time tonight, he's almost had one.
Yeah, Daniel Gonzalez has had 2 right in the midst and just not able to bring it down, but probably better field position this way anyways, unless he, runs it back.
So that ball drops incomplete.
And that's kind of a big defensive stand, I think, for Oakley at this point. They haven't really been able to stop Raft River's offense until right now.
And we'll see if Oakley can take advantage of this newfound momentum. 1st and 10 from the Raft River 45. Curl route complete on the far side. Dace Jones making a couple of guys miss, taking it down to around the 30-yard line. 1st down, Oakley.
You can tell when Jace Jones gets it. If you don't have 2 guys on him immediately, he's going to make people miss.
Dace Jones has had some eye-opening performances this year. Meanwhile, at Raft River, Davin Jones, their key cog on the line, hobbled over to the sideline right now, and he's being looked at by the Raft River coaching staff. We certainly hope he's okay. He's such a tremendous talent, Davin Jones. Meanwhile, it is a short yardage run for Oakley there, and only a gain of about a half a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. Second and 10 for Oakley. Beck gonna sling it. That's off the hands, and it's intercepted by Raft River.
Wow.
What a job to pick it off, Cole Spencer.
That's about the, 3rd or 4th time the ball's just bounced off the first intended receiver.
So Lockmiller had a pick earlier. Cole Spencer comes away with the pick there. That was tipped off the hands of the receiver that time.
And Gonzalez has got to be like, when's my turn?
He's been on offense and defense, right? So many times he's been in the neighborhood. So 5:28 to go before halftime. Raft River leading by 3 scores. They will hand off inside to Cole Spencer. And Spencer takes it to the 35, where it'll be 2nd and short for Raft River. I mean, all 3 facets for Raft River have been playing well, right, Sean? 2 offensive touchdowns, the 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tegan Whitaker, and then 2 interceptions on defense.
You've done it all. You filled your card, right, Yahtzee? I mean, geez.
2nd down and 1. This is a quarterback bootleg for Tate Whitaker, and I'm not sure if that was the original design of the play or not. Looked like he was going to hand off to the fullback and then the tailback and didn't hand off to either, and Whitaker ends up losing about a half a yard.
And, that's why you got to play the games, right? The number 1, number 2 ranked team, and, you got to play the game. The ranking's the ranking, right, until you play the game.
Well, last year these teams played 3 times. They met twice in the regular season, once at the beginning because the 8-man classic was canceled because of COVID-19. Then they played at the end of the regular season, just like this matchup tonight. And then, of course, the rematch in the state championship game. Oakley won 2 of the 3 matchups a year ago, as Lockmiller will take the handoff, gets snuffed out on that play. So Oakley won the first matchup between the teams last year. Raft River won the regular season finale, and then Oakley got revenge in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, kind of interesting to play a team 3 times, but,
It was a weird year.
They're happy they got to play, at the end of the day, but
yeah.
But, yeah, if you're a coach, man, you want to play the best teams and have your guys play the best teams, so no better preparation.
I know Prairie up north would say we want to be in the conversation for best 1A D1 team, but these 2 coming in were the 2 Titans as they belong to the same conference. Timeout taken here by Raft River. So we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by UD Angus Plus. They can fill all your cattle needs with Angus, Red Angus, or Black and Red Sim Angus available today from UD Angus Plus. Good luck to both of the teams competing tonight. Also, Malta Farm and Ranch. Williams Saddle and Tack inside Malta Farm and Ranch Supply are your suppliers for all your custom leather and leather repairs. Come in and see what they can build for you. Follow them on Facebook or call 208-645-2000. Proud to support the Raft River football team. Good luck in tonight's game. And Raft River Rural Electric, proud to support Raft River Athletics. They want to wish the Trojans the best of luck on their journey back to another state championship appearance. All right, no pressure from the good folks at Raft River Rural Electric. But all joking aside, I think coming into the season, both of these teams figured that.
That's definitely on their plan, their roadmap, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Out of the timeout, it is a 4th down and 4 for the Trojans. First punt of the night, it looks like, as the wind has started to pick up all of a sudden. They were trying to get a hard count, and now they'll take another timeout.
Yeah, the wind's kind of swirling, so because a few times some leaves of things have flown up, and I thought there was a flag. And I haven't said anything, so I've been pretty good. But there's some debris.
Well, last week we were at Rigby for the Highland Rigby game, right? And we kept being thrown off because they were using those pink penalty flags for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it kept throwing me off. And now it leaves tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of gusty. It seems like the wind stops and then picks up. It's kind of swirling gusts.
Yeah, it
classic
does.
Idaho fall, October-ish weather.
No rain or precipitation, though. So
oh, don't even say it.
I think we're good. I'll take the wind. We'll see what this punt looks like. Kicking into the wind, Cole Spencer gets it off, and yeah, the wind just killed that as it goes out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and then that's probably why Raft River has been doing some kicks like that.
Looks like the officials are going to mark it about the 43-yard line.
Welcome back to Raft River. Must be Halloween. All the gremlins out tonight causing havocs with our broadcast. You know where the gremlins aren't, Sean? The Raft River huddle, because everything has been going really well for the Trojans tonight.
I was going to say the Raft River game plan.
Yeah, seriously. We're down to 1:14 to play here before halftime. Raft River still leading 22-0. They punted the ball to Oakley, and that's where we kind of got frozen up again. The Hornets now have the ball out of the timeout. It is a 3rd down and 15 for Oakley at the Raft River 45-yard line. This is a big play for Oakley offensively. Beck back to pass. The curl route is complete to Dace Jones. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and short.
Yeah, there's also a penalty there, too. Oakley committed a penalty. They were like 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, and I believe it was a holding, brought him back 10 yards.
So it is 4th down and 5, we'll call it.
Helped them big time.
Yeah, that would be tremendous for sure. So, again, here's the situation from Raft River High. There is 12 seconds to play in our opening half of action. Raft River looked like they were going to punt. Now they're going to go for it on fourth down. Drop snap. Whitaker throws over the middle. That's complete to Lockmiller. Lockmiller will be brought down shy of the first down marker. Clock will stop with 2.6 seconds to go. Oakley gets it on a turnover on downs. That was a fourth down play for Raft River. And now because of that, the Hornets will have a chance here, Sean, with 2.6 seconds to go for a Hail Mary down 22-0.
Yeah, and, they've got the receiver, Jones, to go for it. I'd say try to give him a ball. You got the wind, too, is in your favor. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of swirling, but hopefully they can maybe take a shot into the end zone, 50-50 ball, and see what happens.
Maybe this is where Daniel Gonzalez finally
catches a ball. One hits off a couple guys, and
he's had a chance at a couple of receptions, a couple of interceptions tonight. So here we go. This should be the final play of the half for Oakley. They'll have a chance for the Hail Mary. Beck going to throw it as deep as he can. It is broken up. Nice coverage by Tegan Whitaker, and that is how the first half concludes. 22-0. Raft River. Their product has been a little smoother than ours, Sean.
Yeah, they've been awesome. Special teams, touchdown, 2 interceptions. Offense, getting it done on the ground and in the air. They've been pretty balanced offensively as well with the passing and running.
And appropriately enough, our image has frozen again. So
I had my great analysis.
We'll be back. It's halftime, 22-0 Raft River. We're going to maybe show our computer a little tough love and come back for the halftime
The scene from
show.
The Office.
Yeah. Anybody got a baseball bat around? We'll be back. Check, check, check. Test, test, test.
Check.
Planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Lead the charge into a brighter future with the all-new 2022 Volkswagen ID4. With an EPA estimated range of 250 miles, the ID4 knows how to go the distance. It's an electric SUV that's as fun to drive as it is stylish and functional. You don't have to sacrifice good looks for great performance. So stop by our dealership today and jumpstart your year with the Volkswagen ID4. Teton Volkswagen, where it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicle.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is.
Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valleywide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Scott here from Teton Honda in Pocatello. Our dealership operates on a no-problem philosophy that's designed to put you in charge of your next vehicle purchase. Prefer to shop online? No problem. Evenings or weekends? No problem. Need a wide range of financing and leasing options? No problem. So whether it's one of our beautiful new Hondas or just a vehicle that's new to you, at Teton Honda, we'll help you find the perfect vehicle for your needs. Experience car buying like never before at Pocatello's only No Problem dealership.
Check, check, check.
A while ago.
We're here.
Check, yeah.
Welcome back to Magic Valley Game Night, IdahoSports.com. Let's hope we have a little magic here in the Magic Valley. Brandon Maney, Sean Kane, third quarter just began. Oakley kicked off to Raft River, and it is now the Trojans in possession of the football. Seth Tracy on that reception. It'll be third down and about 5 for the Trojans. 22-0. Raft River has played exceptionally well, Sean. A 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tegan Whitaker, and then a pair of touchdown passes from Tate Whitaker, 16 yards to Tegan Whitaker, and then 35 yards to Thane Lockmiller. The Raft River defense has come up with 2 takeaways as well. Thane Lockmiller and Cole Spencer with interceptions on 3rd and 5. Running right into the teeth of the defense that time. Oakley there to respond, and it's going to be 4th down and 1 here for the Trojans. Do you go for it at your own 30-yard line?
With the wind right now, you might have to. I just don't think that punt goes well on this side of the field right now.
4th and 1. They're trying the sneak play, and they got it for the first down.
And they have a big cannon here that goes off for things, and Raft River's gameplay has went off like a cannon tonight.
Yeah, the cannon operator has been busy tonight. That's for sure. This is a matchup of two of, depending on which poll you look at. The coaches poll, this is 1 versus 2. The media poll, 1 versus 3. Either way, these are two titans of District 4. The winner of tonight's game wins the district, gets the first round bye, gets the number 1 overall seed into the playoffs starting next week. The loser of this game will be the top seeded at large team. They'll play the champion from up north, either Wallace or Lakeside. Heavy pressure. Looks like a penalty flag came out as Tate Whitaker had a guy wrapped up around him as he tried to throw it, and they will say that ball was intercepted by Oakley. Wow, I thought it hit the ground possibly, but it looks like, I believe, that was Gonzalez. Finally came away with that. Daniel Gonzalez, but we'll see what this penalty flag is as well, Sean. It's going to be against Raft River, holding call. That will be declined by Oakley, and now maybe this is the spark that the Hornets needed.
Yeah, this is going to be huge for Oakley. The flag went out, and he threw the pass, and he kind of didn't quite see what happened, but he came down with the ball there for the interception, Gonzalez. And down 22 points, man. This is where it can start for Oakley.
That's right. I mean, 22 points to an offensive team like Oakley, that's not like a huge deficit. They will start with a handoff off the left side. That's Bryce Severe taking it for a gain of about 6. So it will be 2nd down and 4 now for Oakley. Ball at the Raft River 30-yard line. Beck, play action fake, up over the top, looking for Dace Jones. He dove for it, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Oakley following that incomplete pass to Dace Jones. Oakley trailing 22-0. Here comes the pressure from Raft River, and Oakley didn't get enough for the first down. They tried the handoff that time to Gonzalez, but a couple of Trojans were in there on the stop.
And obviously they've got to go for it here on 4th down, right?
Yeah, 8:30 to play here in the third. Oakley down 22-0, facing a 4th down and 5 with the ball at the Raft River 30. Beck will line up in an I formation. Can the Hornets pick up the first down? This is a big play. And before we can get it started, a penalty flag from the side judge. It is encroachment against Raft River. So that will be a first down for Oakley. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, absolutely. They just needed to catch a little break maybe, and there it is to get the offense going here. They've had Jones a couple times, just the pass has not been on target.
So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Hornets. 8:08 to play in the third, down 22-0. Ball at the Raft River 25-yard line. Beck again under center, I formation. Play action pass, feeling the heat, he's sacked. Back at the 40-yard line. That was a combo sack by Alex Murillo and Seth Tracy.
And the speed of Raft River was just on display there. So fast to get to the quarterback, nowhere for him to go.
That was like a classic pincer movement, right? Both guys came from both edges, and
there was no escaping.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 22 for Oakley. Ball back at the 37-yard line. They will try a run play that goes for only a gain of a couple. Big Davin Jones in there on the stop for the Trojans, and it is now 3rd down and 20. So right when Oakley, we think, is starting to get some momentum, big play by Raft River swings it right back the other way.
That sack is just huge.
This is a Trojan defense that has been all over tonight, pitching the shutout so far with 7 minutes to play in the third. Rolling out. It's going to be a backside screen. Davin Jones was there, and it's going to be well short of the first down. They tried the backside screen to Gonzalez that time, and Gonzalez is only able to pick up, 5 or 6. So it's going to be 4th down now and about 15 for Oakley. And again, I think they got to go for it here, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to. You're down 22 points. You're on the right side of the field. You've got to go for it.
We're down to 6:45 to play here in the third quarter of action. 4th and 15 for the Hornets. Jones out of the shotgun, back out of the shotgun from the 30. Pump fakes once, now going to go deep over the middle. It is broken up, almost intercepted. They were trying to go to Dace Jones, and that was Tegan Whitaker back there in coverage. He's had a couple of pass breakups tonight.
Yeah, he's got the assignment of Jones, who's going to see most of the balls. Oh, and a penalty, too.
A false start against...
and it was the pink flag.
Yeah, okay.
I saw it.
That's what threw me off there. So that penalty is declined. Raft River will take the result of the play, which is a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans now. Ball at their own 30. Leading 22-0 with 6:36 to play in the third. I formation. Whitaker, quick hitter to the fullback this time. Stretches it out for a gain of about 4. That's Lockmiller on first down. Closer to 5.
Yeah. So Raft River just kind of continuing to do what they've done all game, is just kind of control the pace and the ball with defense, and then on the offensive side they've had just a lot of different variety that's kept Oakley on their heels.
Their defense has really set the tone tonight. Handoff off the right side this time. Cole Spencer gets the first down. Spencer for 6. Raft River will move the chains. And this is where now, as we get into, we're down to 5:55 to play in the third. The way Raft River can run the ball, maybe they can take the air out of this thing a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to eat time, keep the ball in the possession. This is an Oakley team that's not scored less than 50 points. They've scored up to 50 points every game, so this defense by Raft River has been amazing.
1st and 10 out of the I formation. Murillo on the carry this time. Bangs up the middle for a gain of a couple. And on the stop for Oakley was Daniel Gonzalez. Senior night here for Raft River High in Malta, Idaho, in the Magic Valley. This is Magic Valley game night on IdahoSports.com. Brandon Bainey, Sean Kane. Sorry for all the technical problems in the opening half, but I think we've
feels good now.
Knock on wood. Tate Whitaker throwing, batted away. Trying to go to that far sideline, and Bridger Duncan was there to break it up.
Yeah, Bridger Duncan, nice heads-up play to get his hand out there and just knock that ball down. So that was a nice job by Oakley to be able to break up a play there.
So it is 3rd down and 6, closer to 7 for the River. They will hand off out of the gun. That ball came out. Picked up by Lockmiller, but swallowed up for a loss of about 10. So that ball came out, Sean. Was that on the handoff?
Yeah, that was just on the handoff. It was a little behind him as he was handing it off, a little behind him off the hip, and just dropped. Luckily, there was about 3 Raft River players there.
So a key fumble turns into 4th down and 13 for Raft River, and we'll see the Trojans come out and punt again and again. They are punting kind of against this swirling wind, which means they'll be punting with the wind in the 4th quarter. This is a good high kick that, again, just kind of dies midair and bounces out of bounds around the 40. So we'll see Oakley back to work offensively. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pickett Ranch and Sheep Company. They've been family owned and operated since 1882. That's over 130 years. Wow. Don, David, and Doug Pickett and families are proud to carry on the family tradition of being one of the best cattle and sheep ranchers in the Oakley area. They've been farming the land for over a century and plan to keep it that way for a long time to come. Pickett Ranch and Sheep Company proudly supports Oakley Athletics and wishes the football team good luck tonight. So here comes Oakley again.
I mean, this is probably a need to score drive for sure at this point, I would say.
1st and 10. Beck feeling the heat, throws incomplete, threw it short for Dace Jones.
Might have been tipped. Raft River, a couple of hands might have got up in there.
And again, this front line for the Trojan, they kind of been mixing guys in and out all night tonight, but Craig Whitaker is out there right now, kind of at the nose guard. Corbin Hansen on one side and Mason Whitaker on the other. Those three have done a tremendous job. Davin Jones as well. Here's a handoff off the right side for Bryce Sevier. Sevier lowering the shoulder and taking it to the 30. That's a gain of 23 and a first down. So Bryce Sevier, and we've seen him. He's kind of like the home run hitter on this Oakley team, right? When they need a big play for big yardage, Sevier is usually the guy that's ripping it off.
He had a very similar play about the same part of the field earlier in the first half.
Back under center, play action, has time, now feeling the rush. And he will take off and scramble and only pick up a couple. On the tackle for Raft River that time defensively, Corbin Hansen. Raft River fans voicing their displeasure a little bit. Wanted a holding call against Oakley there. I think they were looking for a block in the back, actually.
They felt something happened. Strongly.
Ends up being a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 now for Oakley. Peyton Beck will line up under center. We're down to 3:10 to play in the third quarter. Oakley trailing 22-0. Sevier runs into his own guy. Now bounces it to the outside. And will take Cole Spencer for a ride and pick up the first down. Well, actually, might be close. Let's see.
Yeah.
About 2 yards shy, so not close at all.
Okay. It looked like it was a little farther, but probably the right spot.
Yeah. No, for sure. I just totally misjudged that. So here we go. 3rd and 2. Toss play off the left side this time, and enough for the first down. That was Ethan Torabau. It's been a while since we've called his name, Sean. He got a lot of the work early on in this contest, but Torabau off the left side is able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and even just a few yards there has been difficult. Raft River flying to the holes, into the space there to get those tackles.
Yeah, closing the gaps pretty quickly. Ball is at the Raft River 20. 1st and 10 for Oakley. Beck will take the snap, play action fake. Now trying to dance his way in and out of trouble. Will take off and run. Has some room in the middle and will take it down around the 10-yard line. Penalty flag comes in at the end of the play as well with 2:05 to play here in the third. And sometimes when your pass rushers are in the backfield, if the quarterback can't escape, sometimes it leaves a void in the middle. A face mask penalty against Raft River will move the ball even further inside the 10. It's going to be down around the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal from about the 8 for Oakley. Play action. In trouble. Beck is sacked. Coming up with the stop is Corbin Hansen on the sack for Raft River.
Corbin Hansen is having a great game tonight. He's been able to be very active on the defensive side. He's just kind of all over, and he's getting to the quarterback.
Moves it back to the 9. 2nd and goal from the 9. Toss play off the left side. And cutting through down to about the 5-yard line. That time is Houston Bingham, his first carry of the night. They're bringing in Davin Jones, the big guy, to play the nose tackle here on the goal line for Raft River as it is 3rd and goal from the 3. Beck Handoff to Bingham, left side. Didn't get there. Well, he's still going and will be brought down at the 1. Usually when he's bodied up like that, they'll call it.
Yeah, I usually blow the whistle. And
Oh,
little extras there. See, that one's yellow, so you could maybe think that's a flag. I'm just saying.
That's like a paper bag or a hamburger wrapper or something from the concession stand trying to get that down. 4th and goal from the 1, and Oakley is able to sneak it in for the touchdown. Peyton Beck from a yard out on 4th and goal, and Oakley is on the board for the first time tonight.
And like we said, Oakley needed to get a score here. They went down, they did just that, and, they are able to put up a bunch of points. So you can't ever count out a great team like Oakley.
Hornets will line up and go for 2. Beck back to pass, was looking to the left. Now will take off to the right, and the 2-point conversion complete. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Pulsifer. So Pulsifer is able to grab the 2-point conversion. Beck scores on the 1-yard run. And that was on 4th and goal, by the way. And with 41 seconds to play in the third, we might have ourselves a ball game now. It's 22-8. Raft River still on top. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Clark's for Shopping. For over 90 years, Clark's for Shopping has been the place to go in Oakley for all your grocery, produce, dairy, and now hot stuff pizza. From the entire friendly staff at Clark's for Shopping, good luck Hornets. Also, Hanson's Hub in Malta has everything you need. Their market is stocked daily with items you need to get you through your day, like snacks, drinks, groceries, and more. Get homemade sandwiches at their deli or even fresh pizzas. Hanson's Hub is proud to be part of the local community they serve and wish the Trojans good luck in tonight's game. So following that score by Oakley, it's 22-8. Hornets will boot it deep. It will be taken on a high hop by Tegan Whitaker around the 15 and will be brought down at the 20. Nice job that time by Bingham to come up to make the stop for Oakley.
So we'll be able to see what Oakley, get a stop, get they're on the right side of the field to play defense, I think, because punting is just going to be very tough from here.
Well, but there's only
Oh, that's right. It's almost the end of the third quarter, right?
37 seconds, so Raft River is finally thinking, hey,
we're going to get the good side.
We'll get the win finally in this fourth quarter. On first down, Tate Whitaker back to pass, feeling the heat, and he's sacked. Back around the 15-yard line. And coming up with the stop that time for the Hornets is Porter Pickett. He wears the number 11, Sean. Listed on the roster as a quarterback, but when he's kind of like the backup, he plays offensive guard.
Okay.
And he's number 11, and, Oakley coaches described him to me as just a selfless team player that'll do whatever it takes to help the team win. So
you gotta love it.
How about that? That's the end of the third. Raft River 22, Oakley 8 here on Magic Valley Game Night, IdahoSports.com. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Brennan Jones Construction in Oakley. They can help you with your roofing, home repair, or new home construction needs. Brennan Jones Construction, proud to support the webcast and wishes the team good luck tonight. Tonight's game also brought to you by Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids in Rupert. They provide affordable, appropriate, personalized, and truly local hearing health care. The Pickup family is grateful to be able to serve the Mini-Cassia area and wants to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. Call to make an appointment today at Mount Harrison Audiology and Hearing Aids in Rupert, 208-312-0957, or visit them online at mtharrisonaudiology.com. And Raft River Rural Electric, proud to support Raft River Athletics. They want to wish the Trojans the best of luck on their journey back to another state championship appearance. So here we go, Sean. We flip the field here in this fourth quarter. Raft River still in control of the ball and up by 2 scores, 22-8. But you feel like Oakley has a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, they're fired up over there. They just got a big sack to end end the third quarter, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a chess match, I think, here at the end.
Well, they got their first touchdown with 41 seconds to play in the third as well, so second down and long here for Raft River. Whitaker pump fakes once, now going deep and overshot Cole Spencer. Spencer threw up both hands like our PA announcer having a good time here, saying that Tate Whitaker forgot he's got the wind at his back now, so the wind will definitely boost you a little bit as you try to throw deep.
Yeah, definitely had him open, but just a little too far.
Well, this game is certainly living up to the hype. 22-8 Raft River as we are into the fourth quarter here on Magic Valley Game Night, IdahoSports.com. It'll be third down and can the Trojans pick up at least some yardage so they're not punting from their own end zone? Whitaker back to pass, throws over the middle. That's broken up. In and out of the hands of Seth Tracy, and good coverage applied by Bridger Duncan for Oakley. Fourth down. And we've got an Oakley player a little slow to get up. That's Ethan Torabau. So
yeah, he kind of jumped up, and then maybe a cramp, it looks like.
You can still get cramps even when it's cold outside in late October. Tonight's game brought to you in part by UD Angus Plus. They can fulfill all your cattle needs with Angus, Red Angus, or Black and Red Sim Angus, available today from UD Angus Plus. Good luck to both teams. And Williams Saddle and Tack, Inside Malta Farm and Ranch Supply are your suppliers for all your custom leather and leather repairs. Come in and see what they can build for you. Follow them on Facebook or give them a call at 208-645-2000. Proud to support the Raft River football team. Good luck in tonight's game. Well, it looks like being helped up off the field is Ethan Torabau.
He's moving. He's got the feet pumping.
Meanwhile, Sean.
Yeah.
We've got a fourth down and 16 for Raft River. They are going to punt and give the ball right back to Oakley. And all of a sudden, 11:51 to go in the ball game. Seems like an eternity if you're the Hornets.
Yeah, you're seeing an opportunity right in front of you.
And the snap goes through the hands of Cole Spencer in the end zone. He's just got to try and take off and avoid the safety, and he will be tackled inside the 5. Wow, disaster on the punt attempt by Raft River.
And there's been a couple high snaps on Raft River's side, and so snapping became kind of important right there and just tough to handle.
And that was in the end zone. And
luckily got it out of the end zone, right?
Yes, but at the same time, Oakley gets it at the 5-yard line where it'll be first and goal.
And not really taking any time off the clock, right? That events just gets you right in scoring position right off the back.
So here's Oakley, a chance to cut this to a 1-score game. First and goal at the 5 following the bad snap on the punt. They'll start with a handoff to Bingham, and Bingham stood right up at the line of scrimmage. We've talked about this Raft River defense. They've been all over the place all night tonight. Well, Coach Evans and company really need a stop here.
Yeah, I mean, you get a stop here. It's not quite over with, but it's pretty close.
Second and goal from the 4 now, and everybody making sure they've got the play from the sideline. Beck lines up under center. 2 backs behind him. Play action. Beck in trouble. He's brought down. Beck around the 6, and a penalty flag comes out at the end as well. In on the stop for Prairie on the sack was Corbin Hansen, and then Hansen goes down as he kind of got hobbled at the end of the play.
Yeah, I thought he was maybe just upset at the flag, but it looks like he's just kind of hurt there.
So let's unpack all of this. Holding against Oakley is the call. Raft River will certainly accept that.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Corbin Hansen, he has been all over tonight.
Defensively, just amazing.
He has been a stud for Raft River. He's going to be helped up off the field by a teammate and a coach. That holding penalty will be a spot foul penalty, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And it looks like it's moved all the way back to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's costly.
So it's going to be second down and goal for Oakley with the ball back at the Well, closer to the 16-yard line, I guess. Either way, second and long.
They went from being kind of close to far away.
to not close at all.
Yeah.
Beck lines up under center. It's a toss play to Bingham off the right side, going nowhere. A gain of a yard, maybe two, not much more than that.
And the edges have not been open for Oakley to get the ball, bounce it outside. Is just Raft River has closed down the edge here tonight.
They have shut it down. Mason Whitaker on the stop for Raft River that time. We've now got 3rd and goal from the 15 for Declo. They're the Hornets as well. Oakley, the Oakley Hornets.
A good bit of trivia for everyone.
Well, Declo's not too far from here. Back to pass. It's Beck. It's a screen pass. That's caught in the flat. Bryce Sevier takes it in for the Oakley touchdown. From 15 yards away, Beck finds Sevier, and Oakley is right back in this ballgame.
Yeah, and again, just kind of the same play Raft River ran down at the end of the field here in the first half. They kind of ran a screen the same way out to the left side, and Oakley said, hey, you can do it. We can do it too.
Now Oakley will line up for 2. It is 22-14 with 10:06 to play. Back with 4 receivers bunched at the left side. They're going to throw it quick to Dace Jones, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So Beck to Jones, and before that, Beck to Sevier, and it is 22-16. What a drive. Well, not a drive necessarily.
Just what a kind of a turn of events, right? You know, their defense holds, and then the punt goes bad and just gives. And Oakley commits a holding and puts them back, but still able to complete it on 3rd and about 15.
Yeah, that holding call put him back at the 15-yard line, but they were able to convert the 15-yard pass from Peyton Beck to Bryce Sevier. Beck got the 2-point conversion to Dace Jones as well, and so 22-16. It is Raft River with all of a sudden a precarious 6-point lead. We've got 10:06 to play still, Sean. Now all of a sudden, this is an important drive coming up for the Raft River offense.
Yeah, it just being up by 22, you just never really felt like it was over, and sure enough, Oakley's kind of stormed back here.
Wind really blowing, which means we need a holder on the kickoff. One man back deep for return is Tegan Whitaker. He had that 60-yard punt return to start off the proceedings tonight. It'll be picked up instead by Seth Tracy. Tracy will return it out to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for Raft River. So the Trojans, if you'll remember, did all their scoring in the first half, right? The 60-yard punt return by Tegan Whitaker, and then 2 touchdown passes from Tate Whitaker, 16 yards to Tegan Whitaker, and then 35 yards to Thane Lockmiller.
Yeah, and then 3rd quarter, the Oakley defense has turned it up and just has really prevented Raft half.
It has been a long time since Raft River has been able to really get anything going offensively. 1st and 10 from the 40. That ball was bobbled for a moment, but Lockmiller able to hang on. Now Oakley trying to say it came out at the end. Lockmiller comes up a little bit lame at the end as well, and they're going to say that Raft River maintains control as Lockmiller was down. So he as he got the handoff, he bobbled it kind of in and out of the breadbasket there, Sean, but was able to recover.
Yeah, while moving, right? It was bobbling and picking up speed at the same time, and good hands to pull it in.
After that bobble and near fumble by Lockmiller, makes it 2nd down and 6 for Raft River. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Tracy, the man in motion. They will fake to him, and it's an inside counter play to Lockmiller. Lockmiller has the 1st down across the 50 to the Oakley 45. And now we've got another Oakley player slow to get up. You just heard a Raft River fan yell it, keep the clock moving, as Raft River leads 22-16 with 9:15 and counting here in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a big first down, I thought, for Raft River. They kind of had been stopped the last few possessions, so that was big time getting that first down.
Now they're in Oakley territory as well. Whitaker, the man in motion. It's another counter play for Lockmiller. Lockmiller explodes into the secondary, lowers the shoulder, still going, will finally be brought down from behind at the 5. What a run by Thane Lockmiller. That's a gain of 40 and a first down.
Man, I like that. He just lowered the boom on the defensive player. That was great.
He lowered the shoulder and said, get out of my way. It's first and goal now for Raft River. We'll see where they put this ball at. It is going to be right around the 6, it looks like. So first and goal from the 6 for Raft River. Direct snap to Lockmiller this time, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. Gonzalez in there for Oakley, and also in on the stop, Porter Pickett. So it'll be second and goal for Raft River, and it looks like now it's still right around the 6.
Yeah, not much there. But, you know, Raft River wants to milk the clock and also get a score.
Whitaker trying to QB sneak it. And Whitaker is able to advance it maybe a yard. Third and goal from the 5, and a timeout taken now by injury timeout.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we're starting to, I mean, if you didn't have any idea of how physical and tough these teams are, we've had a lot of guys that have been slow to get up. Fortunately, most of, if not all of them, have returned, but both teams leaving it out on the field tonight, no doubt about it. That is coming up on the play for Raft River. Mason Whitaker. He's been such a big part of that defensive success tonight, and we hope he's able to get back out there. Whitaker will be helped up off the field by Tegan Whitaker and a couple of the coaches. We talked about all the Whitakers that are on this Raft River team.
Give it to your running backs. That's what they're for.
7:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. It is third and goal from the 6. They will hand off to Lockmiller, and they'll rule he was down. Lockmiller kept the feet going and was making a break to the end zone, but they'll say down right around the 7, maybe the 6. Fourth and goal now for Raft River. This is a big play with 7:15 and counting. The Trojans leading 22-6. This is a big play for Oakley's defense as well.
Yeah, you get the stop here, get the ball back. You're just right in striking distance after a few plays, but they've got to get the stop first, though, right?
That's right. Fourth and goal from the 7. Whitaker trying to pass, in trouble, will take off and will be stopped right around the 5, and the Oakley defense holds.
Man, Oakley almost got the sack. Whitaker faked one guy out, and then it was just quite the series of events.
And now all of a sudden the Hornets get the ball back with 6:50 to play, down by 6. They are going to have to go a long way to get the game-tying touchdown, though, as this drive will start at the 5-yard line. They'll have to go 95 yards in 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Raft River clinging to that 22-16 lead, but Oakley has had all the momentum here in the second half. Toss play to start to Bingham, and Bingham is blown up. In on the stop initially for Raft River was Ethan Southern.
Southern was able to take him down as Bingham was a yard short from getting back to the.
So they lose about a half a yard on that toss play. Second down and 11, we'll call it officially. And again, Oakley backed up against their own end zone. Toss play off to the right side this time, and again, it's Bingham on the carry. Bingham will take it out to about the 7. Again, not much sledding there. It is a gain of 4, And we'll call it, well, we'll get a 3. We'll call it 3rd down and 8.
So not much going here for Oakley.
5:50 to play, and if you do drop back to pass, you got to be careful. You are right against your own end zone here. Peyton Beck, 3rd down, back to pass, rolling out, right side, now is going to take off and run. Peyton Beck extending, getting the 1st down, taking it to the 25-yard line.
Just great play by Beck there, just getting outside and getting the 1st down, much needed. And also getting it out of that, that area where you can get in the end zone, that trouble there.
So a fresh set of downs for Oakley. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ball right around the 20. Handoff off the right side. Lowering the shoulder, still going. Taking a couple of guys with him is Bryce Sevier. However, penalty flag in the backfield. We'll see what the call is here as Sevier took it to the 44-yard line. Looks like it might be coming back.
Probably a holding, Brandon.
Right you are, Sean.
Mark it down. 1 for 25.
Well, you know what they say. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while.
If he makes it through the winter, I guess.
Yeah, very true. So, following that holding penalty, it's going to be 1st down and about 19 here for Oakley.
Almost back to where they were.
Every time they rip off a couple good plays, they seem to have something like this that just sets them backwards. They're definitely taking the hard path, right?
They've not made it easy on themselves with a couple of costly penalties.
As Bingham with the carry that time is able to pick up about 3. Well, we'll call it 2nd down and 14 now for Oakley. Toss play again, almost bobbled in and out of the hands. Hanging on to it and picking up a couple more on the toss play. Left side is Bingham again. Bingham is able to take it for a gain of 4, and it's 3rd and 9. And again, this is a big play, Sean. All of a sudden now, we talked about how the game was long. Now the game is short. We're down to 4:15 to play.
Yeah, it's kind of came up on us fast, I feel like.
3rd and 9 for the Hornets. Trying to pick up the 1st down. Toss play right side. Bingham snuffed out. A gain of 1, if that. In on the stop, Cole Spencer. It is a gain of only a yard. It's 4th and 8 for Oakley. And it looks like the Hornets will punt and gamble that their defense will be able to get the ball back one more time with 3:40 and counting in this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough decision, but I think this is what you got to do at this point.
And Raft River has everybody up tight, expecting a fake punt here. They will snap it back, and they will get off the line drive kick. And again, the wind kind of calmed down on that one, but it goes out of bounds around the 45-yard line. So here we go. Raft River gets the ball back with 3:23 to play, leading 22-16.
So just good defense by Raft River, but really just Oakley had a great play, and the penalty just kind of hindering them there.
Okay, so here we go. Raft River will start 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of Oakley. Whitaker, counter play, right side. Thane Lockmiller able to pick up a couple. And at this point, you want to hold on to the ball too, right? There's been handoffs on both sides that have been
Maybe
shaky.
they're just kind of, they're just a little high and hitting off the pad, but I think both teams are just fast. Like when the play happens, they are breaking quickly, and sometimes the ball just doesn't want to cooperate with how fast they want to run.
Go gadget handoff.
Yes.
2:55 to play. 2nd down and 8 for Raft River. Trying to milk that clock as much as they can, up 22-16. Oakley really crowding the box. Whitaker fell down. The ball came out, and he fell back on top of it. Wow, he couldn't even backpedal out of there, and he fumbled the ball. And because of that, we're right back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down. And now Oakley will spend a timeout to stop the clock with 2:32 to play, Sean.
I think if you're Raft River, you're just great that didn't go very badly because an Oakley player was right there. So luckily, however he fell onto the ball. Beck did.
Yep, because Whitaker, he fell backwards.
Or Whitaker, yeah.
He fell like to his back and was able to grab it. Because you're right, there was an Oakley defender right there. So Oakley takes the timeout. Raft River is facing a 3rd and 10. This deep into Hornets territory, right? The ball is at the Oakley 34-yard line. You figure that this is 2-down territory for Raft River, and even if they turn it over on downs,
yeah,
you're running a lot of time off the clock, and Oakley still has to go, roughly 75, 80 yards potentially to get the game-tying score.
And your defense has been big for you all night, so I think you go for 2 plays for sure. Run it, get the time off the clock.
Out. 3rd down and 10 for Raft River. Out of the gun, they will hand off to Lockmiller. Lockmiller looking for the edge. Crosses the 25 and will be brought down right there. Gonzalez on the stop for Oakley. It will be 4th down for Raft River and another timeout taken by the Hornets. Stops the clock with 2:22 to go, and I believe Oakley has one more timeout still they could use, Sean.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've got one more, and Raft River's going to go for it here, and it's kind of the play of the game. I think it's pretty wrapped up, but if Oakley's able to come up with a stop, they're going to have the ball and a timeout.
This is going to be a 4th down and 3 for Raft River. Ball is at the Oakley 25. We'll call it 4th and a long 2. Big play for the Trojans here with 2:22 to play. Can Oakley get a stop defensively? Toss play bobbled by Murillo, looking for the edge. And he has enough for the 1st down. I think. They haven't indicated yet. Where are they going to mark this at? Now we may call for the chain gang upon second review. Oh, and a penalty flag as well, Sean, at the 25. Holding against the Trojans.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I think he had it. I think he had the 1st down. And then the penalty is why there was no indication there.
Yeah, because upon first glance, he got right to the sideline, and it certainly looked like he had enough for the 1st down. Now, because of that holding penalty, it was a spot foul, so it's going to be 4th down and 13 now for Raft River with 2:07 to play. Trojans leading 22-16. And now we've got a discrepancy on the amount of time remaining on the clock. They'll put 2:15 up on the clock. So Raft River hanging on to a 6-point lead, facing a 4th down and 13. Tegan Whitaker out of the gun. He's all alone. Here comes the blitz by Oakley. Jones closing in. Whitaker nowhere to go. Heaves it downfield. It's it. Oh, almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Oakley's Keyshawn Crocker. Either way, Raft River turns it over on downs.
What an interesting play there. I mean, he was trying to stay in bounds, I think, if he was going to get sacked. Whitaker, right? He was trying to stay in bounds. And then as he's going down, he just heaved it.
Well, I think
in a spin.
He wanted to avoid the sack, I think. That's why he heaved it downfield. It was almost intercepted by Keyshawn Crocker. Either way, Oakley gets the turnover on downs. We've got 2:06 to play, which again now seems like an eternity for Oakley, down 6. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ball is at their own 35-yard line. They have to go 65 yards to get the game-tying or potentially game-winning touchdown if they get the conversion. Down by 6. Peyton Beck rolling out on first down all day and half the night. Will take off and run and duck out of bounds after a gain of about 6. Actually, second down and, yeah, we'll call it 5. Ball right at the 40-yard line. Hornets down 6. Trying to come back for the ages. They trailed 22-0 at halftime.
All the way until the fourth quarter, I believe. You know, they didn't score until the fourth.
Well, they scored with about 37 seconds to go in the third, so basically, yes. Here's a screen pass, Bryce Sevier. And Sevier slithers his way up to the 50-yard line, awfully close. That's another first down. The clock stops on a first down, but as soon as they set it, that clock will run again. We're down to 1:44 to play. Clock running, 1:40. Raft River down 6. Oakley down 6. Back to passes. Beck gonna sling it. That ball caught on the far side. Dace Jones stayed in bounds. Clock continues to roll. We're down to 1:27 to go.
Nice pass there. They're gonna get this, spike it.
So Oakley with the spike. It'll be second down, or now third down. Should be third down and 4 with 1:18 to go. Ball is at the Raft River 43-yard line. Third down for Oakley. Toss play, Bryce Sevier, right side, has the first down across the 40 and down to the 38. Again, that clock will stop, but as soon as they set it, it'll roll again. We're down to 1:13 to go. Raft River clinging to a 22-16 lead. Oakley trying to rally back. Beck rolling out, right side on the run, fires. That ball is caught around the 30-yard line and ridden out of bounds. Dace Jones on the reception.
We thought it was only a matter of time before Jones kind of started, get it going, and they're connected now with him.
It's going to be second down and 2 for Oakley. Got out of bounds with 59 seconds to play. Ball is right at the Raft River 30-yard line. Oakley didn't have enough guys out there. Now they're ready. Peyton Beck will take the snap. Raft River rushes 3. Beck rolling out, right side, will take off and run, and will be brought down around the 25. Clock will continue to roll. Actually, got the first down. Clock will stop, and then as they reset it, it'll roll. Down to 51 seconds to go. Oakley down 6. It's 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ball is at the Raft River 24. Beck out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Has time. Gonna fire it deep. Looking to the end zone. It is broken up. Oakley wanted the flag. Didn't get it. It looked like they were trying to go to Dace Jones. Actually, Keyshawn Crocker, the intended receiver there. Incomplete pass. Hey, I'll tell you, Beck isn't afraid to go for the long ball.
No, that's probably the most time he's been able to throw the ball all night. So
yeah, that pass rush we talked about for Raft River hasn't really been there in this fourth quarter.
He probably felt too comfortable.
39 seconds to go, 2nd and 10 from the 24. Beck again, gonna heave it to the end zone for Jones. It is almost intercepted. Broken up at the last moment by Raft River. They were trying to go to Dace Jones. Underthrew it a touch, and it's now 3rd down. You can hear those Raft River fans were on their side of the bleachers. 3rd down and 10 for Oakley with 32 seconds to go, trailing by 6. And Dace Jones looked like came up a little gimpy on the play. He'll take off to the sidelines. That's kind of big. He's the big play receiver for Oakley.
Threat.
3rd and 10 for the Hornets. Ball at the Raft River 24. Beck again, back to pass. Feeling the heat, in trouble. Will take off and fire at the last moment. And it is caught but out of bounds, they'll say. 4th down.
Wow. 4 or 5 Raft River guys were in there on Beck, and I don't know how he got off.
I don't know if that was a screen because, I mean, they were all there at go.
Yeah, maybe a screen that went bad or something, but it almost went terrible for Beck.
And this is your ball game here, Sean. 24 seconds to go. 4th down and 10 for Oakley. They've got to get the 10 yards for the first down. Ball is at the Raft River 24. And not only that, but only 24 seconds to play also. Can Raft River, you hear the fans. Big Blue, one more stop. For Oakley, can they pull out one more rabbit out of the hat? There's a penalty flag as well, Sean, out there. That pink penalty flag. Coach Evans is pretty fired up for Raft River. I'm not sure what the call is here. It's against Oakley. It is declined. And now they are going to continue to talk about it here. If it's a personal foul, Raft River fans trying to say it should be a loss of down. Still no indication from our official. I think they're going to say it's 4th down for Oakley. And Oakley will spend their final timeout.
Of course.
Hey, this feels just like the real life NFL, right?
Why not? The coach from Raft River was all the way out in the middle of the field and then I saw a flag, but I never saw any sort of call, so looks like it'll just be 4th down.
So 4th down and 10 for Oakley. Ball is at the Raft River 24-yard line. Only 24 seconds to go. Oakley is now out of timeout. Sean, if you're Coach Jones for the Hornets, what do you draw up here?
I mean, I like Jones in the end zone if you get some loft on the ball and let him go up and make a play. A lot of the passes have just been a little too short and not enough, air underneath the Gilmore enter off that ball and let number 7 Jones go for it, and he's out here wide on the left. And I would not be surprised at all if that's where it goes.
Beck alone in the shotgun on 4th and 10. This is the ball game. Beck back to pass, rolling out right side on the run, fires. That ball is caught and racing into the end zone for an Oakley touchdown. Briggs Sagers. Penalty flag though. We'll see what the call. The phone. Briggs Sagers, the tight end, made the reception for the touchdown. It's against Oakley.
Wow.
It is going to be a holding call against the Hornets. So wipe out that touchdown. We will move it back to the 35. And Oakley will have one more crack at it, Sean.
Jeez. Well, they did go to the side of the field, I thought, too, but they went to, a different receiver wide open. But holding just turns this whole thing around.
We talked about it. Every time Oakley, they keep shooting themselves in the foot here.
3 or 4 times just penalties have stopped big plays.
4th down and 20. Ball game again. Beck, back to pass, in trouble, and hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Raft River takes over on downs. Ethan Southern applying the pressure. Almost had the sack. Beck tried to release it. At the last moment, nobody close to it. And Raft River holds and will win this monumental showdown 22-16.
Wow, just fitting that defensive line is the one that kind of wins the game for Raft River tonight because they've just been amazing.
I mean, they have been on top of it all night long. They started hot, cooled off in the middle part of the game, finished hot, right? We're down to 8 seconds to play. Oakley out of timeouts. Raft River just has to kneel here up by 6. What a ball game.
Yeah, just for Oakley, it's just the penalties. They're going to go back and look at that and just have to try to figure out a way to clean that up.
That's going to haunt Oakley for a long time. Kneel down, celebration. Raft River will be the #1 seed in the 1A D1 postseason next week. And meanwhile, on the other side, you see it, the dejection of the Oakley Hornets as they walk off. They have nothing to be ashamed about tonight, though, Sean. They came back. They were down 22-0 at halftime and came back and made it a game.
Yeah, just, never out of it. A lot of teams don't have a hard time coming back being down 0. And Oakley gave it everything they could and showed why this was the championship matchup of last year, right? It felt like a championship. It felt like a playoff game. It gave you all those kinds of ups and downs of those types of games tonight for sure.
Well, this matchup certainly lived up to its pregame hype as Raft River defeats Oakley 22-16. We will have plenty to talk about on the Magic Valley Game Night postgame show when we come back. We'll be back right after this break on IdahoSports.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Lead the charge into a brighter future with the all-new 2022 Volkswagen ID4. With an EPA estimated range of 250 miles, the ID4 knows how to go the distance. It's an electric SUV that's as fun to drive as it is stylish and functional. You don't have to sacrifice good looks for great performance. So stop by our dealership today and jumpstart your year with the Volkswagen ID4. Teton Volkswagen, where it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicle.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is.
Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valleywide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Scott here from Teton Honda in Pocatello. Our dealership operates on a no-problem philosophy that's designed to put you in charge of your next vehicle purchase. Prefer to shop online? No problem. Evenings or weekends? No problem. Need a wide range of financing and leasing options? No problem. So whether it's one of our beautiful new Hondas or just a vehicle that's new to you, at Teton Honda, we'll help you find the perfect vehicle for your needs. Experience car buying like never before at Pocatello's only no-problem dealership.
Welcome back to Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com. One last time, Brandon Bainey alongside Sean Kane. We come to you live from Raft River High School in Malta, where, well, celebration by Kool and the Gang playing on the loudspeakers because the 2021 Snake River Conference champions are the Raft River Trojans with a 22-16 win over Oakley. What a phenomenal game, Sean.
Just a great game. You can tell why both teams made it to the state championship in 1A D1. Both teams were just phenomenal. They were it was great to see. You could see why they both had, undefeated records coming into this. Had not lost a game, either team. Both teams were ranked very high in the rankings, and Raft River was just amazing tonight. Raft River's, I thought personally, their defense kind of just stuck out to me. They were just able to hold an Oakley offense that averages 57 points per game to no points in the first half.
Yeah, the Raft River defense set the tone early. They were flying around, and Oakley got the ball to start the game. We're going to kind of recap how things went because we had a lot of interruptions in the broadcast tonight. For that, we apologize. But it started with Oakley getting the ball first, a quick 3-and-out. They punt, and Tegan Whitaker takes it 60 yards for a punt return touchdown. Raft River up 6-0. Following another 3-and-out by Oakley. Raft River moves the ball down the field. Tate Whitaker, a 16-yard touchdown pass to Tegan Whitaker. 2-point conversion good. 14-0 Raft River. That was early in the second quarter. It was 6-0 Raft River after 1 quarter of play. Then the third touchdown, and I guess what turned out to be the winning touchdown for Raft River, came all the way with 10:57 to play before halftime. It was Oakley sold out on the pass rush, and Tate Whitaker was able to loft a perfect middle screen to Thane Lockmiller, who took it 35 yards for a Raft River touchdown. It was 22-0 Trojans at the half. Oakley came back in the second half, though. They were able to get a couple of big plays. Really, it was still 22-0 late in the third.
Yeah,
Oakley,
very late.
Oakley finally scored their first touchdown with 41 seconds to play in the third quarter. It was a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Peyton Beck on a 4th and goal from the one play. 2-point conversion was good, 22-8 as we headed to the fourth and final quarter. Raft River gave the ball back to Oakley again, and Raft River was able to respond. Peyton Beck, a 15-yard touchdown pass to Bryce Severe. He then threw it to Jones for the 2-point conversion, and all of a sudden we had a ball game, 22-16.
Yeah, and that was all set up by Oakley's defense had turned it up, and there was a bad punt, and Oakley was able to get the ball really close, 4 or 5 yards out, but penalties sent Oakley back, but that didn't stop Oakley. They still were able to get that 15-yard pass screen to get the ball game close. But I mean, that's going to be the kind of the theme of Oakley's problems tonight was penalties on big plays.
Yeah, self-inflicted problems. You're right. Cole Spencer was punting from his own end zone. It was a bobbled snap, and he was able to avoid the safety, but got tackled at the 5. So yeah, Oakley went from a 1st and goal from the 5 to like a 3rd and goal from the 15 because of that holding penalty. I mean, they scored the touchdown, but we talked about the self-inflicted problems. Raft River got the ball back with about 8 minutes to play, started driving, started milking that clock, took it all the way down to about the Oakley 30 before they turned it over on downs. Oakley got it back with 1 timeout remaining. There was about minute 20 on the clock, and Oakley started their last dramatic drive. Got it all the way to the Raft River 24, where it was a 4th and 10 situation. Oakley spent their final timeout to draw up a play. Ended up being a pretty good one.
Yeah.
24-yard touchdown pass to the tight end, and it was his first catch of the night. It was Briggs Sagers, the 6'1", 175-pound senior. So Oakley scores what they think is the game-tying touchdown. They can get a 2-point conversion, maybe walk out of here with a win, but another penalty flag holding against Oakley. Moved it back to about the 40, still 4th down, and from there, Ethan Southern ends it for Raft River with heavy pressure. Peyton Beck hit as he threw it. Wasn't even close. Ball game.
Yeah, and that was just the story of the game is Raft River getting a pressure on Beck, and it was there all night. And I think that was a big part of their win, just their defensive pressure all night against the Oakley front line and getting to the quarterback and making him make some bad decisions.
Yeah, 2 interceptions for the Raft River defense tonight. tonight as well. Cole Spencer had an interception, as well as trying to remember who had
Loffmeyer had the other one.
Yeah, Lockmiller had the other pick, right. So 2 takeaways by the Trojans defense, and really the defensive line not only applied the pressure on pass rushing, but they really held the line of scrimmage. Oakley tried to bounce those runs outside that they like to do, and for the most part, they were closed tonight.
Yeah, Raft River's defense was able to close down the edges. They closed down any holes. Running was very difficult. Oakley really was only successful in the passing game tonight.
Yeah, it was tough sledding for Oakley, but they have nothing to be ashamed about.
No.
They almost completed the comeback, but for their head coach, Brandon Jones, he's going to look back at this and say, wow, we really made it hard on ourselves with a lot of self-inflicted mistakes.
Yeah,
so,
the penalties definitely.
Yes, the penalties certainly hurt. So, 22-16, Raft River wins. Let's hand out an IdahoSports.com player of the game. A lot of good candidates.
Yeah, there was a lot of great players, and really anything that was better than the scones they were serving here was Tegan Whitaker. Tegan Whitaker was awesome tonight. He had a 60-yard punt return, which really started it for Raft River. They got the defensive stop, and then the first possession on that punt, he took it all the way to the house, 6 yards touchdown. He caught a 16-yard pass, and then one thing that might not show up all over on the stat books is he broke up a bunch of passes tonight. His hands were active in that secondary and made it hard for Oakley to get their hands on the ball. So some big breakups in the secondary too. So our Idaho Sports player of the game is going to be Tegan Whitaker.
What a job by Whitaker and Whitaker and Whitaker and all the Whitakers and
Yes.
all the Raft River Trojans tonight as, they showed up and showed out. So what does it mean? Well, Raft River wins the conference, right? They win the Snake River Conference. They are the District 4 champions. They get a first-round bye, and they will be the number 1 seed throughout the 1A D1 postseason, which means home games all the way through to the championship. For Oakley, it's not all bad news. Yeah, they lost, and now they don't get the first-round bye, but they're going to be the top-seeded at-large team. They're going to play the champion of District 1 up north. Wallace is playing Lakeside tonight. Lakeside won the first matchup 56-52. If Lakeside wins the second matchup, they win the conference. If Wallace wins tonight, they've split against each other. Kansas City playoff on Monday. That should be fun.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Either way, that will be at a neutral site. Oakley will meet whoever comes from the north somewhere in the middle, probably somewhere in the Treasure Valley. But from there, after the quarterfinal round is set, everybody gets reseeded again. And there's a really good chance that Oakley's going to be the number 2 seed overall when they get reseeded.
Yeah, you would think so. They've had a great season, great results, and that would give them that second seed after the first round, right? And they're going to be a tough opponent for any team wherever they are in the bracket. They were very good tonight as well.
So these two teams met for the 1A D1 championship a year ago. Will they meet for the second year in a row and for the second time this year? That remains to be seen. But as I heard one Raft River fan say on the way out tonight, I don't know if these two are going to face each other again, but if they do, it's going to be a hell of a game.
I would agree. This was a great game tonight, and I mean, I they might not want to play each other again, but as a fan, I think everyone wouldn't mind seeing this kind of performance again in a championship matchup.
Well, this clash of titans certainly lived up to the battle, and it has been a fantastic game to bring to you tonight here on Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com, presented by Teton Auto Group, also brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Valley-wide co-op and country stores, and Project Filter, Idaho Fights Tobacco. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers tonight, Pickett Ranch and Sheep Company, Brennan Jones Construction, Clark's for Shopping, Hanson's Hub, UD Angus Plus, Malta Farm and Ranch, Mount Harrison Audiology, and Raft River Rural Electric. Final score, Raft River defeats Oakley 22-16. They win the conference. Going to be the number 1 seed throughout the playoffs. Set themselves up very well. Oakley still in good position also. Both teams comfortably into the playoffs, and what a regular season finale for each of these teams. Congratulations to Tegan Whitaker, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. 60-yard punt return for a touchdown, 16-yard touchdown and reception, couple of pass breakups defensively. Good, solid, all-around game. For Sean Kane, I'm Brandon Baney. We'll be somewhere next week for the postseason opener, somewhere in East Idaho or the Magic Valley. We just don't know where yet. Stay tuned to IdahoSports.com and the Game Streams tab located on the homepage, and that will give you the playoff games that we will be bringing to you to broadcast next week. But here we are. The regular season's already over, Sean.
It's hard to believe, right? I can't believe that's it. And now we're already into the playoffs. It kind of just went by in a flash.
Yeah, we're moving on up to the postseason. So until next week, for Sean Kane, I'm Brandon Baney. Thank you for watching Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
This has been a presentation